Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're following the Steelers this season, you know that things are never dull in Pittsburgh. The team always manages to keep us on our toes, whether it's through incredible plays, tough losses, or surprising roster moves. And right now, what's catching everyone's attention is a move that might seem small on the surface, but could have huge implications for the team's future. That move is the Steelers signing Jack Henderson to their practice squad. That's right, an undrafted rookie with a ton of athletic potential has caught the eye of the Steelers' front office, and it's enough to get any Steelers fan excited about what's coming next. So, who is Jack Henderson, and why is his addition so significant? Well, Henderson is an athlete who's been making waves since his college days. He played at Southeastern Louisiana for 3 seasons before transferring to the University of Minnesota, where he really started to shine. His athleticism is off the charts. Think about this. During pre-draft testing, Henderson posted a vertical leap of 39.5 inches, which is just incredible for a player his size. That's nearly 4 feet of pure vertical explosiveness, folks. And that broad jump. 10 feet 8 inches. That's almost 3.5 meters of pure power and agility. Combine that with a 40-yard dash time of 4:52 seconds, and you've got a player with speed, explosiveness, and agility, all in one package. Standing at 6'2" and weighing around 203 pounds, he fits the modern NFL mold perfectly. Big, fast, athletic, and versatile. What makes Henderson's story even more compelling is his journey through college and into the NFL. His time at Southeastern Louisiana showed promise, but it was really at Minnesota that he began to turn heads. In his senior season, he racked up 60 sacks, showing that he's not just an athlete but also a disruptive force on the field. That ability to rush the passer and make plays behind the line of scrimmage is exactly what the Steelers are looking for, especially in a league that's increasingly pass-heavy. His college career demonstrated his potential, but transitioning to the pros is a different challenge altogether. After finishing college, Henderson signed with the Carolina Panthers for the summer, hoping to make a splash in the preseason. Unfortunately, despite his athletic gifts, he was released after appearing in just 3 preseason games. That's the harsh reality many undrafted players face. They get a shot, but the competition is fierce. Not long after, he found himself on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice squad, but even there, he didn't get a chance to step onto the field in a regular season game before being let go on September 23. It's a tough road, no doubt, but Henderson's story isn't over. Not by a long shot. This brings us to the Steelers. They've taken a calculated gamble by bringing him in. Signing him to the practice squad means they see potential that can be developed with the right coaching, the right environment, and a bit of patience. For Henderson, this is a crucial opportunity to prove that his athletic traits can translate into actual football success. It's about showing that explosive burst, that agility, that ability to make plays when it counts. And while he might not be called up to the active roster immediately, the Steelers are giving him a platform to grow. And let's be honest, guys, the Steelers have a long history of developing talented athletes into key contributors. Think about the legendary players who started on practice squads or had to fight tooth and nail for a roster spot. This is just another chapter in the story of Pittsburgh's talent development system. The team's coaching staff, led by head coach Mike Tomlin, is known for their ability to recognize raw talent and mold it into something special. So, Henderson's athletic profile fits perfectly into that mold. His size, speed, and explosiveness are exactly what the Steelers need to bolster their pass rush and special teams units. Now, this season has already been filled with ups and downs for the Steelers. They started with high hopes of contending in the AFC North, a division that's always fiercely competitive. The Ravens, Bengals, and Browns have all been jockeying for position, and the Steelers have had their share of struggles and bright moments. The addition of a player like Henderson even on the practice squad, signals that Pittsburgh isn't just content with what they have. They're still actively searching for young, athletic talent that can someday step in and make a difference. The Steelers' roster management has always been strategic, balancing veteran experience with raw potential, and Henderson fits perfectly into this philosophy. This move also speaks to the franchise's long-term vision. While they're focused on competing this year, they're also looking ahead. Players like Henderson could develop into key contributors in the future, especially as the team continues to rebuild and adjust to the NFL's evolving landscape. It's about building depth, about having a pipeline of young talent ready to step up when needed. The NFL is a brutal league, injuries happen, and teams need players who can step in seamlessly. Henderson's athleticism makes him an intriguing option to watch in this regard. And for the fans, this is exciting news. It's always thrilling to see young players with raw talent get a shot in the NFL, especially with a team as storied as the Steelers. The coaching staff will likely be working closely with Henderson, honing his skills, and helping him adapt to the demands of professional football. It's a process, but one that could pay off big time if he develops correctly. Plus, the Steelers' defense, known for its toughness and aggressive pass rush, could very well benefit from Henderson's explosiveness in the future. He's the kind of player who could develop into a disruptive force, capable of changing the course of a game with just a single burst of speed or a well-timed move. Now, let's talk about what this means for the team moving forward. The Steelers clearly recognize that they need to continue adding young talent to stay competitive. Even in the middle of the season, they're still scouting, still adding pieces to the puzzle. Henderson's signing is more than just a depth move. It's a statement that they're committed to developing players on their practice squad and giving them a real shot at making an impact. And if Henderson can harness his athleticism, work on his technique, and adapt to the NFL's physicality, he could be a name to watch in the coming years. Looking at the bigger picture, this move also reflects the Steelers' approach to roster management under the current NFL climate. Teams are increasingly relying on younger players who can be developed over time, especially with the salary cap constraints and the need for cost-effective talent. Henderson fits that mold perfectly. His athletic profile suggests he has the upside to be a game-changer if everything clicks. The Steelers have a reputation for patience and development, and Henderson's journey is just beginning. And for us fans, every new signing, every young player brought into the fold, is a new story to follow. We love to see players grow, to see them develop from raw prospects into stars. Henderson's story is just starting, and it's a reminder of how dynamic and unpredictable the NFL can be. One day, a player like him could be lining up in critical moments, making game-winning plays, and etching his name into Steelers history. That's what makes following this team so exciting: the potential, the hope, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that the NFL is a league of opportunity. Players like Jack Henderson get their shot through perseverance, athletic talent, and a little bit of luck. Steelers, with their rich history of finding diamonds in the rough, are giving him that chance. And who knows, maybe in a few years we'll be talking about Henderson as one of the key pieces in Pittsburgh's defense, a player who helped them contend once again for that coveted Super Bowl title. That's the thrill of the NFL, the endless possibilities, the stories that are still being written, and the hope that every new signing can be the start of something special. So, Steelers fans, keep an eye on Henderson. Watch how he develops, how he trains, and how he fights for his spot in this league. The journey is just beginning, and it's going to be fascinating to see where it takes him, and ultimately, where it takes the Pittsburgh Steelers in their quest for greatness. Remember that every player, every move, every game is a step toward that ultimate goal, another Super Bowl victory for the black and gold. And with players like Henderson potentially on the rise, the future looks even brighter. The passion, the history, and the relentless drive of this franchise make it one of the most exciting teams to follow in the NFL today. Stay tuned, because big things are happening in Pittsburgh, and you're right in the middle of it. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you believe Jack Henderson has what it takes to make it in the league? Are you excited to see how he develops in the Steelers organization? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Thanks for being here, and as always, let's go Steelers.